Taurus, welcome to your Astro Reels. It's my pleasure to read for you, per the usual. And per the usual, you also know that you don't have to have any specific Taurian placements in your natal chart in order for this reading to be for you. And you don't have to be watching this video at the time that it's published in order for the messages to apply to you as well. If something doesn't resonate with you, I would invite you to take a step back, maybe wait a few days until things become a little bit more in focus for you. And yeah, that's it. If you'd like to work more personally with me, you know exactly where to find me. We do everything, God bless. And so you can just check our Etsy link. Okay, great. I was trying to finish that, but I have so much information coming through. I did just see the Ace of Cups fall down, and it kind of gives me an idea that something is not yet fully in focus for you as yet, Taurus. It must be really annoying, right? Because sometimes you want to, well, first of all, you'll always probably have a strong opinion on something or if you have Taurus in certain areas of your natal chart. I love how I just made room for something's landing here. Okay, I don't know if you can feel it, but 1 minute 11 seconds, but there's something that's not quite clear to you as yet, and I want to tell you it feels amazing what's coming in for you. Wow, I can't help it. I heard dough. I saw a cute little loaf of bread. I also want to draw the analogy here of, imagine you just washed all your clothes, did all that stuff, and now here you are like folding through it, or just taking a big sheet out to like fold it, and then out comes like this $100 bill or something. It's something that's going to fall into your lap, and I don't want to say just like that. It's not just like that gonna fall into your lap. They're almost like it's gonna fall into your lap like, and they're so funny, I don't know why. It's like this. It's like, it's something that's gonna fall into your lap with a lot of flair. And it's the universe's way of saying, see, we told you, we got you. It's like, we got you, we have you, we're holding you, whatever you've been through. And they're just listing some stuff. I heard witchcraft, they're saying. So maybe, I'm just putting that out there. Maybe some of you have been receiving. Don't stick too much to that, because I know a lot of people have some wild imaginations and that's too much. But for some people, they're saying that they're dropping the S word, sorcery. There's some other, it's almost like they're presenting other things to me, but they're not following through to the point where I'm getting the exact words, but those two words stood out. So long story short, you've been dealing with a lot is what I'm getting. I'm also getting some of you may have been dealing with gagging, in the sense that you may, like, look at how I'm stumbling on my words right now. You may have been trying to effect something. That's the energetic thing, effect something in the world, whether it's by saying something, speaking your truth, starting a new project, getting people to invest in you, being seen, all of that, right? All of that fits into this idea of wanting to effect something, because that's an outward, that's an energetic output, right? How it manifests for you is going to be in the realm of a personal reading. It's going to depend on who you are and how that arranges for you. But I'm seeing they're just like gone. The way they did it, like gone. It's like lifted. It's out. It's done. Goodbye. And then, it's almost like your friend, like our guy. Let's say if you're having tea or with your friend, or a hot beverage, ding. It's almost like they're the one saying, gone. It's gone from your field. And then you're like, but yeah, and when it was here, and you still are talking about it, they're like, shh, what are we talking about? Now we're literally talking about something that doesn't exist anymore. So they're like, where do you want to be? Do you want to be in that old, or do you want to, and now that old is that fake, because it's not here. It's like, if it were still here, you could be like, oh yeah, and when I was young, and blah, blah, blah. But it's gone. So if you choose to spend your time thinking, feeling, speaking, addressing, whatever, recounting, healing from, whatever the words are for you, this thing that is no longer there, they're like, what are you on right now? Right? 4 minutes, 44 seconds. So just consider what it feels like to be free of something. And then you ask yourself, what's going on? So I don't have these here anymore. So maybe what I'd love to see is passion, right? Love, whatever it is. So it's like this is the time for you to impress upon the field what it is that you would like to have, what you would like to be, what you would like to see, what you would like to experience, what you would like to be known as, all of these things. And if you have only a now moment and a now moment and a now and a now, how many of those now moments would you like to spend doing this? Now. You're literally bringing it back in every time you put your attention on that thing. And so it's kind of like, how can what you say you want ever come in? Spirit's trying to be like, you're like, oh, okay, well, okay, okay. They're just trying, right? And so the point here is you've got to let it go. Taurus, I know I'm a Taurus moon. It's hard to let things go. We don't like fast change. We're trying to be out here being comfortable. We're trying to get some stability. And just as we finally get it, then someone's trying to come up and say, hey, actually, we need you to shift and change. It's like, what? So, I get it. I get a 5 of Swords. Stress. I get it. But the point is, if you're so fixed about something, if you're so rigid about something, you have to exercise extra due care that whatever you're investing in and you want to stay fixed in for a while has to be of a good quality. And speaking of, I'm peeping this 5 of Pentacles here, and we know that's low self-worth. It's poverty consciousness. It's a fractured mindset. They're saying, they're like, look, it's gone. And now it's not there anymore. So now what? So some of you may have been going through a lot of fractured energy. It's understandable. We've been working on that. But you have to now move through the world where you're no longer thinking about that. So I'm getting very, very strongly. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you woke up one day and was like, you know what? Oh, look at the Justice. Yeah, it's like done and done. 6 of Swords, moving on. Justice, done. What are we still here for? 10 of Pentacles. Look at this. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody woke up and was like, oh, you know what? I think I want to get my tattoo removed. Okay? Now, we all love a good tat, Sorry. The girl in me is coming out. It's kind of cute. It's kind of hot. Anyway, but that's beside the point. But as an energy healer, when I see people with tattoos, just think of it this way. It's such a strong energy structure / belief, because belief creates structure. That's it. God had the thought one day, and then everything moved to materialize for that thought. Light was created, dark was created, the minglings and all of that, but the thought comes first. The belief comes first. And it's the same here. So when I see someone with a tattoo, I don't care if it's a cute little bumblebee or it's a, full-on like homage to something or some deep principle, or if it's just some cool squiggly line you saw on the 6 train heading wherever you were. It doesn't matter. It's so strong in your field, whatever the energetic structure is upon which that tattoo is built. The belief is so strong that it actually bled into the physical and it manifested for you as a tattoo. So you see, and so much so that when I work with clients sometimes and I see their tattoos, I can get the past life marking there and the reference and so there we wear for those who are tatted, we wear our stuff on our body, even if it's something that's beautiful. Remember, it's meaning. You're wearing something that you have attached a meaning to. Some of you may be like, oh, this is meaningless. I just got it on a whim. There's no getting things on whims. You know what I mean? You may not be aware at this conscious mind perspective of where that came from. But if you understand that everything that you see in the physical comes from somewhere in the non-physical, then you have to understand. They're just pointing out witchcraft again. What is that all about? Oh, they're saying let's use that example. So let's say, for an example, that you practice witchcraft in another lifetime. And this is not a commentary on whether you chose, everything's choice, whether you chose And it's as meaningless as if you chose to be an accountant. If you are an accountant or you are a witchcraft practitioner, either way, whatever you choose to do, or a plumber, it's up to you to how can I say, to add meaning to those things. In other words, to bring the flavor, to bring the energetic frequency. If you're vibing in a low energetic frequency and you're not about your principles and your integrity, it doesn't matter if you're a plumber, a witchcraft practitioner, or an accountant, you're going to misalign that energy, and you're going to take it in a certain frequency. If your heart is more along the pure way and you've got more integrity, blah, 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 you're going to take any one of those things and you're going to direct it in another way. So again, these are just meaningless. So they're using the example of witchcraft without attaching any sort of value statement. So if you are coming to this reading with a value statement like, oh, that's the devil, or oh, I would never do that, or oh, blah, 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 or, that's all you, and that's your stuff. So own your projections is what they're saying, pretty much. All right, so anyway, if only the world understood that they're just projecting stuff, and when people say one word, they project their stuff and then pretend to have a dialogue, and it's out of control these days. So anyway, the guides are saying, let's use the example of witchcraft. Let's say that your soul wanted to have the experience of working with energy throughout different lifetimes, and of course it's a few lifetimes because you're doing a study of it, you're experiencing it, and through those collective experiences you are learning what you like, what you don't like, what works, what doesn't work, what probably shouldn't be done again, what probably should be incorporated. Then you get to be innovative, do your own thing. Then here you are having that beautiful base of knowledge, but you now are working, let's say, as a doctor, or a car salesman, or you're an artist, or whatever. You're channeling these energies and frequencies into whatever it is that you do. It's knowledge, it's wisdom, it's not lost, it's being carried with you. But here's the thing, let's say that today, not today, but in this lifetime, you on a whim, we're just using the example of tattoos and witchcraft, on a whim, you were like, oh my God, I went to a magic mountain and had such a great time. I love cotton candy. I don't remember what do they sell? Dipping dots? I don't know. I love dipping dots. Cute. And then you pass a tattoo parlor somewhere out in Venice Beach and you're like, I want dipping dots. They're like, okay, where? And you're like, right here. Right? And I want you to do it so it looks kind of like they're dipping dots and it's clear, but it looks like my sign that I'm a Taurus. They're like, okay, do you. Meaningless in many ways, right? Or maybe, and then you looked around the room, you're like, oh, a lamp. Let's put a lamp in there. It doesn't matter, right? But the point is that what they're trying to say, you only felt kind of inclined, it bubbled up to the surface on some level and manifested in this time and here and now as a desire to get a tattoo. And you chose the designs, and it seemed random but also somewhat purposeful. But if you did not have, let's say, certain energetic structures in your field, and that one was probably stemming from one of those lifetimes or a few of those lifetimes as a practitioner of the energetic arts, I don't know, since we're out here just semantically talking about this, right? That stream of energy gave rise to this. And if I felt into your field and I saw maybe you in another set of lifetimes, you were like working with food a lot, like maybe doing chef stuff and such, this, even though it's about dipping dots, it's not energetically connected to those. It's energetically connected to this. So here's the thing. Let's say here you clear up and finalize and shift yourself out of your study on energetic arts or witchcraft or whatever you were doing in those lifetimes. It is the energy is still in your field, even though today you're like an accountant or a plumber or just whatever. As this shift is cleared, now you may wake up and be like, oh shoot, I don't know why, I think I need to get my dipping dots, like I'm an adult now, or I'm this, or I'm no longer feeling it, so I'm just gonna get rid of my dipping dots. And so you see, when we clear up things and energies that are in our field from other times and we don't know that they're there, it very often translates into things no longer having an appeal for us here. And so that's why I'm just using the example of a tattoo. Some of you may actually wake up and be like, I don't need this tattoo anymore, or I'm not really vibing with it as much as I was before. And it's because you did something in your field. All right, gotta go.